okay about being here?
I didn't do anything wrong, so there's no need for me to feel ashamed, regardless of what anyone says.
Wow, you're amazing.
Actually, to tell you the truth, it is kind of tough. People are always saying how strong I am. Some probably think I don't feel anything at all. But I'm still human. There are times I want to run away, times I just want to cry.
Yeah.
But this is how I've chosen to live my life. During the world regeneration, I made up my mind to never lose to the weakness in my heart.
Why? Isn't it hard to be strong all the time?
I have to be. I once had a friend who just wanted a place to fit in this world, and I killed him. I wasn't able to help him. Of course, he might not have wanted my help. But by killing him, I rejected his way of life. He's watching me now. He sees everything I do. And that's why I have to prove myself to him with the way I live mine.
Who was he?
He was a half-elf. Sure, he did lots of things that made me angry, but he was a good guy, pure and kind. During the world regeneration, we planted the world tree seed, but couldn't get it to sprout. I think he was the one who breathed life into it and got it to grow in the end. Sorry. I guess that didn't make much sense to you.
No, it's okay. It sounds like you want to make things right with that friend again.
There are still things I can't forgive him for. But yeah, I'd want to make things right with him if I could. And I don't ever want to take the life of a friend again. Emil, I don't want to hurt any of my friends. Don't forget that, okay?
Do you guys know what Emil's gonna do now? Because I sure as hell do. I'm not quite sure who Lloyd is talking about. If he's talking about Yggdrasil, Mythos, or other people, but I just have no idea. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Yggdrasil. Or however you pronounce the guy's name. The main bad guy from Tales of Symphonia 1. So, yeah, that's everyone, I'm pretty sure. Unless that magical 7th character wants to pop out and tell me where he is, so... But I don't think that's gonna happen. And now, one last little treat before we go on to, what do you call it? Lewin. There we go. Lewin.
Wow, look at this fog.
It seems we've reached the limit of the communication range.
I see.
From this point onward, we'll be swallowed up in the vast darkness of space.
Then this is our final farewell. Are you sure you don't want Lloyd to know?
There's no need. Lloyd and I said our goodbyes before I left there. My place is in the past. I'm counting on you to look after the World Tree.
Of course.
Farewell, Ewan Carfey, my friend.
Farewell, my friend. Ah, yes, you're a summon spirit, so the barrier wouldn't work on you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop or anything.
It's fine.
Do you mind if I ask who you were just talking to? I heard you mention something about Lloyd.
An old friend. That's all I can say.
That voice. It's been 4,000 years since I last heard it.
Enough prying. And please don't speak of this with Lloyd or any of the others.
Oh, okay.
That was Kratos Orion. Kratos Oreo. No. That Kratos is Lloyd's real father. That's why when Rain was like all akin to father in like chapter, I don't know, 4 or something like that. Some conversation involving Lloyd's real father. Rain was like, Kratos, blah blah blah. Yeah. I can't explain this all that well. But I think, first time playthrough you don't get that much of a conversation with, Kratos, but the second time playthrough you actually get to talk to him, like Emil as himself gets to talk with him, and like he gives Lloyd a message Like, well, Emil gives... Kratos gives Emil a message to give to Lloyd, I think. I can't remember, but since it's the first time playthrough, we don't get to see the entire thing. Yeah, that's it. That means all we have to do now is go back to Lewin. And that's it for the whole talking bit. There's still more after this when we go back to Altamira and get everyone. There's more, like, side quests, per se. Before we go to the Gunungagap finally.
A lot's happened since we left here.
Yes.
Emil!
Aunt Flora. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. Where's Uncle Abba?
I think he's probably home by now.
I'll go and see. Thank you.
Okay. The guy stopped. He's walking in place.
It's you!
I came to see you. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
You couldn't possibly mean that.
Why would you say that? I mean, it's true that I hated you, but that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you taking me in. I wanted to come back and give it another try. To be like a real uncle and nephew. No, a real father and son. But there's no more time for that now. That's why I wanted to at least come and say goodbye.
Emil, we...
You still have time.
Hmm?
We heard rumors of you stopping the revolt in Altamira. I don't know the details, but it seems you've gotten involved in some serious matters. You wanted to say goodbye. I assume that has something to do with whatever's going on?
Yes.
Then you should come back here to Lewin after you're done with all of that. That way your aunt and I will have a chance to give it another try. Though I won't make any guarantees.
We'll be waiting for you to come back home. Be careful.
Uncle Alba, Aunt Flora, thank you. Courage really is the magic that turns dreams into reality.
Lord Emil,
I was scared, and I didn't like talking to them, but I met them halfway, and they surprised me and did the same.
yes.
Okay, let's go and visit Lloyd the Great one last time.
No, isn't that sweet? Patch things up with his aunt and uncle. Still think they're bitches over there, but it's a nice enough gesture. Courage is the magic that turns dreams into reality. The words Richter said right back at Rain's statue since the first part of this game.
This statue looks a bit younger than the real Lloyd. I guess this is how he used to look.
Lord Emil,
What is it, Tenebrae?
if I'm wrong, please forgive me, but you didn't actually make up your mind to protect the gate as Ratatosk, did you? You regret having killed Aster, so you intend to somehow turn yourself back into a core and become a lock on the door. Am I wrong?
Why would you think that?
You're not the sort of person to settle for sealing away part of yourself inside your heart. If you sealed your other self away, then it must mean you will seal yourself away as well.
If I wanted to turn into a core, I would just need to get myself hurt really bad. Like you did, right?
You've regained your power. It would take a formidable opponent to bring you down to such a critical state.
If the violent side of me that's locked away came back and tried to kill everyone, then the others would be forced to fight me.
Do you plan on acting that?
Tenebrae, you've always been Ratatosk's ally. Please don't forget that when I need you the most.
You force me to do the most difficult things.
I'm sorry.
I am your centurion. No matter what you decide, I will obey.